Hey guys, it's Adam Zulqarneyn, and in this video I'm going to show you a number of costly Amazon PPC mistakes that I see many Amazon sellers making all the time. A lot of them are really easy to make and they are really costly, but actually really easy to avoid. You see, the first step to fixing any problem is recognizing that it exists. And how am I qualified to share these mistakes with you? I've been selling on Amazon since 2016. I've done multiple 7 figures in wholesale and I've done 8 figures with private label with my own products and brands. And now I have my advertising agency, scaleitwithads.com, where we help share the same level of success with our clients. So let's get started with the first one, and that's having too many keywords in a campaign. One common Amazon PPC mistake I'd like to help you avoid is the unfortunate mistake of cramming too many keywords into your campaigns. Now look, this was a common practice in 2015, 2016, and any time before that. People would stuff 50, 60, 100, and even more keywords in one single campaign and they'd get results. But now that approach doesn't work and it's completely ineffective. See, all those keywords in one single campaign actually share the same budget. So if some keywords perform better than others, which they naturally do, they end up eating up all of the budget. And when you check the data, you'll probably notice that only a handful of keywords are actually doing well, while the rest are underperforming or not generating any impressions at all. Now naturally, some keywords will perform better than others, and some keywords will bring in more impressions and more clicks than other keywords, regardless of how bad the ACOS and conversion rate is. So what happens when you overstuff your campaigns? Well, you spread your budget too thin, and each keyword doesn't receive the sufficient funding it needs to effectively run and produce results. So what we do in our business, we do one ad group per campaign with a maximum of 5 keywords per campaign. That's one ad group with a maximum of 5 keywords. This way, we can focus our budget on a select group of keywords, giving each one the attention and funding it needs to succeed. Mistake number 2, not monitoring your PPC. Amazon PPC and sponsored products works as an auction system where sellers bid on keywords for their ads. PPC means pay-per-click, which means you pay each time someone clicks on your ad. Now imagine this scenario. You set up your campaign, it's up and running, and you're spending money. But if you're not keeping track of what you're spending, how do you know if you're not wasting your budget? How do you know if your PPC strategy is actually working?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And more importantly, how do you know which campaigns are bringing in effective results, which keywords have a low ACOS, and actually bringing you a solid return on investment, and which ones are just not cutting it? The hard truth is, if you're not mindful of these things, you're making a huge mistake. And look, it's a mistake that many new sellers make, especially when they're starting out. But here's the thing, even experienced sellers with loads of revenue often fall into this trap. They set their campaigns up and they totally forget about them. Or they only check a few campaigns and forget to pay attention to the rest of them. But the reality is, you cannot afford to do this, especially if you want your brand to grow and make more profit and to increase your sales. So what you need to do is actively monitor your campaigns so that every click counts and every dollar you spend, every strategy you run contributes to the growth of your product and your brand. Mistake number 3 is advertising a product that is not retail ready. In other words, it looks like crap and it's not optimized for clicks and for conversions. If you're not optimizing your product listing for conversions, you're missing out on some serious success with your PPC campaigns. Now, just take a moment and think of your product listing as your digital storefront on Amazon. Its main job is to convince shoppers to buy from you. If it's not optimized for conversions, you're basically leaving money on the table and undermining your whole advertising strategy. The whole point of advertising is to get your product in front of potential customers and to boost your sales. So when it comes to PPC, optimizing your listing is absolutely key to your success. It increases your click-through rate, which improves your product's quality score and also enhances your brand image, which ultimately means more conversions, more sales, and more profit. You drive traffic to your listing through PPC or any other external marketing methods, and your images, your title, the bullet points, your enhanced brand content, the reviews, the rating, the price, they convert that traffic. So your listing entices that customer to hit the buy now button. So when you run ads, the higher the click-through rate, the better your ad performs. The higher your conversion rate, the higher the likelihood of a sale, and the more sales you effectively make. On the flip side, if your click-through rate is low and people do not click on your product and convert, that means you're just wasting money on those irrelevant clicks. So here's the bottom line. The purpose of your ad is to drive relevant traffic to your listing. So that's bringing in potential customers to your product. People who actually want to buy or are actually interested in your product. Here's what you don't want your product listing to look like. And alternatively, here's what you should have your product looking like. So your listing's job is to convert a shopper into a buyer. So your listing copy and your images need to be enticing. They should educate customers about what they're buying, and they should clearly convey what your product is and what it does, and really give off all the right signals that say, hey, I'm exactly what you're looking for. Amazon ads mistake number 4 is the mistake of going out of stock. It's a big problem because not having enough stock doesn't just hurt your immediate sales, it also messes up all of the hard work you've put into your PPC efforts. Picture this, you've spent a ton of time, effort and money on your Amazon PPC, all in the efforts to drive traffic to your product listing and to boost and improve your overall ranking. Then boom, you run out of stock and your conversions drop to 0. When you finally get more inventory, there's no guarantee that your PPC will perform the same way. In fact, a common thing that we see on many Amazon PPC accounts is that the Amazon PPC ends up performing worse than before. So they have a higher ACOS and they're now spending more money and spending more time on their Amazon advertising. So like I said, they have to spend more money and more time just to build that product back to where it was before. If you think about one of the most pivotal factors in ranking products on Amazon, it's the history of sales. Selling on Amazon is all about consistency. Your history of sales plays a huge role in how well Amazon will prioritize your products to their customers. So you need to maintain that history and try your absolute best not to run out of stock. You need to monitor your sales trends regularly, plan ahead with your inventory, and be prepared for any unexpected surges in demand. Amazon ads mistake number 5 is the tendency to overvalue your ACOS. ACOS is a critical metric for evaluating the efficiency of your advertising spend on Amazon's platform. It's calculated by dividing the amount of money you spent on your clicks from your advertising by the sales generated from those clicks. Essentially, ACOS reveals the relationship between your PPC advertising costs and your advertising sales revenue, and it provides a surface level view of your product's performance. For when you want a quick indication of how your advertising is performing, for example, let's say your break-even target is 30% and your ACOS on your campaign is 60%, then this would mean that you're spending twice your profit margin on your advertising, which means you're losing money, right? However, this doesn't take into account the impact of your advertising on your overall sales. A metric you should be paying close attention to is TACOS, which is Total Advertising Cost of Sales. TACOS takes into account not just the sales generated directly from your advertising efforts, but also the impact of your advertising on both your advertised sales and your organic sales. It's important to remember that we use advertising primarily to boost our organic ranking on Amazon and to boost our sales. So a higher organic ranking means a higher likelihood of more organic sales. Therefore, your PPC campaigns not only impact your advertising portion of your sales, they also have a direct influence on your organic positioning and your organic sales and your overall sales actually. So in the instance of where a campaign has a higher ACOS, an ACOS that you think is too high or higher than your break even, and you decide to shut it off, that would cost you in organic sales and ranking because that campaign was actually contributing to your organic rank and your keyword strength. So monitoring your TACOS is equally crucial because it provides a more holistic view of the value and the impact of your advertising efforts across all your sales channels. And if you want to know more about it, I've included a link below to a video I did called the 7 Amazon PPC terms that you need to know. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to know more about how we can scale your Amazon advertising and double your business, all you need to do is click the link in the comments below, book a call, and either myself or our head of advertising will join you on the call. We're offering a free Amazon PPC account audit worth £2,500.
Wow.
So be sure to check out more information on that at scaleitwithads.com/scale. I hope today's video has helped you and you found massive value in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.